Hello everybody, it's Peter Bird here from Optimal Nutritional Excellence, or One, just checking in. I want to have a wee talk today about ultra-processed foods. So I'm not going to be talking about the effects of ultra-processed foods on the body. I think most of us know that ideally our food is least processed as possible. The more processed it becomes, the more less food like it becomes. Now, interestingly enough, the food additives that are put into the products that you'll find on the supermarket shelves, and the majority of products that are in a supermarket are ultra processed, 75% odd. All your breads in the supermarket are ultra processed products, for example. But I'm not here to cover off the issues surrounding ultra-processed foods. That's something I have talked about in the past and I will talk about again in the future. For me, part of my mission, a big part of my mission, is to educate, to inform, to empower, so that you can make informed decisions when you are buying your products, when you are purchasing your food for yourself and your family. So when it comes to ultra-processed products, it's really important, or when it comes to, more specifically today, talking about additives. So they are the products that are put into food items to stabilize them, to create emulsification, in other words, so that products don't separate out. So if you're looking at a yogurt, for example, you open a yogurt up that's store-bought, it's all emulsified, it's all blended, you don't get a watery substance on the top. That's because it's had an emulsifying agent put into it. Now, a natural yogurt, when you open it, it will have a level of clear fluid on the top because it's the heavier products have settled, or the heavier components of that product have settled. So there's emulsifying agents, colouring agents, sweetening agents. The list is fairly long. In fact, in New Zealand, Australia, we have the Food Safety Australia New Zealand that reviews and approves anything insofar as what additives go into food. There's about 300 different food additives. In Europe and England, there's about 300. Interestingly enough, in the United States, there's in excess of 3,000 that have been approved to be added to food. So these products, interesting enough, are predominantly derived from the petroleum industry. And then you've got a small amount that are what we call more natural additives, such as sugar, or sweeteners, I should say. Not all sweeteners are naturally derived, but the likes of stevia and your cane sugars are. Then you've got honey. Now, honey has been used for centuries as a preservative. Salt, again, salt been used for centuries as a food preservative. You've got vinegar. Vinegar, again, it's something that's been used for a long, long time as food additive. You've got herbs and spices. You've got lemon juice. Now, these are all natural derivatives that are used in the process of adding to food to give it shelf life. And that makes up a very small percentage of what is added to our food. Most of what's added to our food is engineered. So it's been created. And it's often a byproduct of something. So you've got an industry that is creating something and they get a byproduct, and then it's used to, or it's seen as, how can we make a profit out of this? Because that's what a business does. That's the business model. You can't blame a business for doing that. Its job is to make money for its shareholders, etc., to make a profit. Those byproducts of certain industries are then filtered on through into our food chain. So I just wanted you to be aware that in New Zealand and Australia, when you turn over a product and you have a look under the contents, what you're looking for, or maybe not looking for, is numbers. So our system is numbered. In Europe, it's an E rating. So the system in Australia and New Zealand is numbered. So when you turn the packet or the whatever it is over, and you're looking at or onto the side, and you're looking at the contents, what you ideally want to be looking at is the least amount or no numbers in the contents. And then ideally what you want to be looking at is that if there is additives, are they a naturally derived additive? So the likes of salt and stevia or sweetener. Ideally what we want to be doing, and I've always said this, we want to be moving away from the typical Western diet, high in ultra-processed foods and animal protein, and moving down the end of the spectrum more towards the whole food end of the spectrum, which of course is your leafy greens, your vegetables, your nuts, seeds, legumes, your whole grains, and your mushrooms. They don't have anything unnatural added into them. They don't have additives. They don't have anything that's going to aid them to have extra shelf life. Whereas the ultra-processed products, those additives predominantly are there to provide it longer shelf life, better looking colour. When you open it up, it's more attractive to look at. There is a degree of food safety in that, but predominantly the additives are about providing it shelf life and being more attractive so that you as the consumer will buy this product. Now, that's not a bad thing in and of itself. It's a business doing what a business does. It's selling a product. But what is important, I'm not saying good or bad, what I'm saying is impair yourself, know what to look for, and make those decisions based on fact, not on food marketing. So if you're looking at the front of a packet or a tin item and it's got no sugar added, I can almost guarantee if you turn it over, it'll have an artificial sweetener or a type of sweetener other than sugar in it. So it's a little bit deceptive, really, the marketing. And if it's got no added salt, then it'll probably have a sweetener in it or something else to enhance the flavour. So ideally what you're wanting to be looking at is something that doesn't have any labelling saying it's got anything added to it, that it is just the product inside the tin with maybe if there is anything added to it, it'll be some sort of natural additive or derivative. So that's me, just a wee check-in, just a little bit of education. I hope you're having a great day. It's always really good to check in and see you, and we will see you again soon. One other thing, if you like this, please subscribe and like and let people know about my channel. Lovely. That's the way it's going to grow. That's the way we're going to get this message out there. See ya. Bye.